everybody? Welcome back to some Dark Command updates. Happy to have you all here. My name is Shane. I am your host today, and take it away, my two other co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Chief. I sometimes co-host here.
Hi, my name is John, and I've been here for most of the episodes, and now I'm a co-host.
Yeah, he sucks. John just sucks. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I know. Okay.
Like I said in the past, it's not an episode about me having some coffee.
Exactly.
And me.
Exactly. Well, happy to have you all. I'm happy to see you all here. Happy to have you today. Today's we got an exciting episode today. It's simple stuff. It's nothing in the Star Wars world has changed right now. Besides some really sad news, as we all know, we lost Ray Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to say, he literally 4 days ago we lost him. And at first I thought it was a rumor, and then it turned out to be true, and it's really sad. He will forever be known in the Star Wars community, and he will always be missed. So just a silent moment for Ray Stevenson as he hopefully is in a better place now. Don't like it when someone dies, especially if they're one of us, especially in the Star Wars community. It's not going to be easy when major stuff happens, But to at least get on the brighter side of Star Wars news, at least, Tamora Morrison's back at Captain's Rex.
But yeah.
And mind you, we're not here to downplay Ray Stevens' death, but obviously it's a very sad moment, and we don't need to add more to what's already going on around it. Let those people be in peace. The people that knew him well. But let's just get right into that. Yes, Tamora Morrison back as Captain Rex. I am back playing Captain Rex for the first time ever. That's history in the Ahsoka show. He will be portrayed. Now, just give me a trailer where he's in it. Come on, simple as that.
I like it.
They really have no comments to say about Tamora Morrison.
Oh no! I got something.
Go ahead, John.
Okay, if this is true that Tamora Morrison is playing Captain Rex, which it is really likely that is possible. If that is the case, that's one of probably the best moves that Disney could make for the Ahsoka series, because everybody thinks probably all the clones have been gone by now, and Rex, because he was last seen in the Battle of Endor, but our boy's still kicking, and I think that'd be a fantastic move by Disney, just to put Tamora Morrison in as Captain Rex, because we didn't even get any live action Clone Wars characters that were clones, so we haven't gotten Cody, or no, we did get Cody. We didn't get Wolf, Gregor, or Rex. So I feel like that'd be a big step, and that's a really good step, because Rex is one of the most favorited clones in the entire Clone Wars series. So I think it's just a perfect move to make. Yeah,
it really is, and I'm happy to have him back. And it's interesting what Tamora Morrison will bring to the character. I trust him. Tamora Morrison is obviously is a good actor. He knows how to act. Hello, Kurt. By the way,
he is the base of all clones.
Yeah.
So
Tamora Morrison is right, but it's interesting to see what he's going to bring to basically a 5-year-old older now Rex.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what he's gonna bring to that character for Captain Rex, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be very interesting. That is fun to see. Really, I'm excited. Oh my God, Ava now just asked me what the podcast was.
Now.
Yeah. Now. Okay.
The time is now.
But yeah, I think overall he's gonna bring a great role. But it's very worrisome also to see what's going to happen with what's going on with those projects right now, because I think the only big news update to give on these projects for the ones that are being written or are in filming process right now, which is Mandalorian season 4 and Ahsoka. We have a writer strike going on. It's been going on for
Yeah,
a minute now. We haven't talked about it yet because we've talked about other issues. Or
3 or 4 weeks
I'm going on 3 or 4 weeks. So that's some concerning stuff to happen because it could mean project get delayed. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed by a month or so because you never know. As much as writers, when it comes to like, yeah, you could be like, well, the show's in production, it's shooting right now, we're all good, you know.
Scripts get changed on set every day.
Yeah, like literally it gets changed a lot, you know. Literally, a writer can go, the director can go, I don't think I like how that looks, and the writer will be like, I agree with you, and they'll like make changes to it. They'll make changes to the script, make changes to the scene. It's very important, and to have this writer strike going on, could mean that reshoots could happen when they're off of strike, when writers come back, you know, or when the directors have to need them. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So it's big, and it's quite big, and it's quite you know, needed. So what can we say to that? Is that expect maybe don't expect, at least expect that projects can get delayed. It is most likely going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
I've just read that one of the Marvel projects is getting delayed because of the writer's strike. And there may be a few Star Wars projects that get delayed because of it.
Yes. So I wouldn't be surprised if stuff gets delayed like this, you know.
Yeah.
Does it really they have any like context? Because I'm a little bit in the dark about it, but on like how this became a thing, the writer's strike.
Basically.
Okay. So, go ahead, Shane, and then I'll.
Well, I have others. I'll let you start it off.
All right. So I just pulled it up here. The Writers Guild of America is on strike because they are demanding higher pay and a stable pay structure, as well as fair deals and contracts and provisions about artificial intelligence. So, like programs like Chat GPT are now becoming super. I wouldn't say like reliable, but they're becoming super prominent within the writing world.
Yeah.
So,
just like that, I know me and Kurt talked about AI artists now possibly taking shit out of the way. I can't believe Gene Christopher B. Dunst on the fucking. Continue, John. Continue, Chief.
The status of that is actually I saw probably it was last week. A few people were actually picketing outside of Disney Studios front office. That was very surprising to me. And I think the last time the Writers Guild went on strike was November 5th, 2000. They were almost picketing for 5 months. November 5th, 2007 to February 12th, 2008. It was a good 4 or 5 months.
Yep.
Been a good while.
And basically they realized, fuck, we have no other choice.
They realized, oh crap, we don't have money. So they now needed money.
And they needed the writers back.
Yeah. But so I feel like though for like the writers thing, like you were saying, some stuff might get pushed back, but I feel like there could be a chance where like the stuff that they already were saying that's coming out. So like Ahsoka, because it's like so soon that it's coming out. I think they'll still like have that coming out on time, but most of their future projects will be delayed.
Yes, but still, I wouldn't be surprised if reshoots happen.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised about that either, really. But
happens.
It all just depends on what Disney wants to do, and yeah, that's really up to them.
Yes, it literally is up to them and figuring out what they do want to do. But let's move on. You know, so writer strike's big. You know, but expect delays. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah. Luckily, Andor season 2 trailer, or no, not the trailer, the script for Andor season 2 finished a week before they went on strike. So
yes, at least that finished before.
Literally. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got somehow lucky.
great.
You
I
know,
still need to watch Andor.
God dang it!
I've been very busy.
a very busy man, you know.
He's a very
Life-
busy man.
life
Too
is
busy with that
happening right
girl
now.
that he knows.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring on our first. So as I said in this announcement area, we are bringing on special, like little guest shorts to help. I would say bring takes to lore, you know, because we're talking about some fun stuff. We're gonna talk about some what ifs. We're gonna be talking about some Empire versus Rebellion conversations.
Oh,
You know where we stand on that one, Shane.
Oh, I know.
Shane, you know where we stay.
Yes. We're all a bunch of Empire nerds.
Yeah!
It is-
The
it is
Empire!
simple stuff.
Yeah. It's simple. Don't mess with a working system.
Well,
Exactly.
obviously, you know, it is very flat out obvious you don't mess with the working system. Our first guest though that's gonna appear on here, you've seen him before. He kind of frequently comes here in the chats as well. First guest on, if he does join, as I timed this correctly, so I slow talk it all the way through. So we really rarely see. He's probably been on one episode at most. He actually did help out in time being. He was on Sundair broadcast system. He's going to appear on Sundair Command Updates to give us his takes.
The green light. It's the green light. It's the green light. That's
what I was pointing at.
yeah, that's the guest. Is the green light up
Yeah, the
there?
green light is the guest.
Is my green light in my room.
The green light is the guest. Could you imagine? Green light man.
Wait, I can speak to the green light. Hold on.
Green light. What is your opinion on the socioeconomic climate of Star Wars right now?
Green light, I want you to flicker twice if you think the Empire is the best. Just give it like a minute.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hold on.
Oh no!
Wait, hold on. He's thinking. Just give him a minute.
Wait, what?
He's thinking. It's thinking. See, it flickered once.
It doesn't need to think. That's an obvious answer.
Flicker twice if you think the rebellion is the best.
Rebellion scum.
Okay. Let's get right into this first topic.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get into it.
Let's add the Magic Man, the Kurt himself.
Hello?
Woo!
Is this thing on?
Hello.
It is on. Welcome,
Yeah.
Kurt.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi, Kurt.
It's been 10 minutes, right? I can cuss. Yeah. Hello.
As I said earlier, Kurt's been on the episode at least once. He's man in the comment section though. Welcome back, Kurt. What we're gonna be talking about for a little bit this time, a little short period that we have here with you. That's really your choice. What do you feel like you want to talk about, Kurt? We want to talk about some what ifs. We want to talk about Empire versus Rebellion. We want to talk about maybe some Jedi Order lore, some Sith Order lore, maybe why the Great Jedi are simply impossible to have in the now Star Wars universe. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, let's bring on this take. Let's just give Kurt the silver platter. Empire versus Rebellion. Kurt, what's your opinion?
The motherfucking Empire rules.
Yes!
Fuck them rebel terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
You know how many lives were lost in the Death Star that day? That was like,
yeah.
like, come on, man. Like that day on September 11th. I mean, back when the first movie came out. Like when the Death Star blew up. Like that was a fucking terrorist act. What's so funny? Millions of lives dying in a terrorist attack is not funny.
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's really not.
And why are you laughing, you sick fucks?
Oh, okay. You know what? So give us some real takes. You know, here. Why is the Empire, in your eyes, considerably better than Rebellion?
So, in my eyes, the Empire, right? The Empire did so many great things, right? I guess more in Legends continuity. They were trying to stop. It was fucking right, and you know it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I need a minute. I'm going to
I'll tell you what, Savior. I see you in the chat, my guy. I'll tell you what, right? So, think about that historic event for America that day in 9/11/2001. Right?
Yes.
Kurt, don't go into it. Don't go into it, Kurt.
Don't go into
You
it.
are on a lie.
Don't go into it.
Stop talking. That's fucking.
Potato,
Do I have to inject
anyway.
Fuck, dude. Why did you use that as a comparison?
Oh my god, why did you use
It's
that as
true.
a fucking example?
Oh, guys, our live's totally gonna get banned now.
No, it's not
So
gonna get
That's
banned.
gonna get
That's
restricted
why
as
I made
hell.
sure it was already 10 minutes past. I can say what I want. As long as it's not a slur.
Kurt's gonna be the whole podcast canceled, dude.
Kurt's gonna get us all canceled.
Kurt, you're gonna get us canceled.
Well,
no, it's fine.
You know what?
It's fine.
You know what would get us canceled? If
No.
we supported that rebel propaganda.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I thought he was about to say something else. I was about to say, oh no.
I got a little worried
You're
there for
telling
a
me-
second.
Yeah, you gotta be worried because I
Like,
can't get
come on.
canceled. Or I
You're
get
not gonna be
fired.
canceled. You'll be fine.
I'll get
I said
fired if I
far
get
worse.
canceled.
Okay.
There's been far worse on here.
Okay.
Okay.
Realistically, though, why is the Empire
Yeah.
out of the rebellion?
That's-
Because, like, with the Empire, right? They were structured, right? They had structure, they had power, they had control. There was the whole shebang. It was like the Triforce in Legend of Zelda. They had courage, wisdom, and power. Like, all those brave soldiers that fought on the shores of Scarif. Know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
they fought. Yeah, they fought for the freedom of imperial rights.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Kurt, the Empire in your eyes is better than the rebellion. That's
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
hearing. I love it.
you know it.
I love it, Kurt. I love it. It's a great take. It's a
Yeah.
great take. I think we have to add
Yeah.
some other takes here.
Cool
You know,
looking ships.
cool looking. Yeah, Doritos. You know, I respect
Yeah.
all of your takes.
Doritos?
He
Yeah, I'm a
Okay,
fat
he makes
man. I
great
eat my
points.
Doritos, baby.
makes some great points. You know, and
Yeah,
personally, we gotta add on to his takes. You know, and add someone else to this conversation because if we're going to keep adding people, disadding people, you know, adding new conversations, to add a person to this conversation, we're going to bring in Savior, you know.
Oh no.
hell yeah. Let's get my
Here we
buddy
go.
in here.
We're
Here
going to bring
we
in
go.
Savior.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome,
Kurt,
Savior.
what
Whoa,
the
whoa,
hell
whoa.
is wrong with you?
I don't know what you mean.
I literally clicked on the stream, and that's the first thing I hear. I hear the September 11th and Death Star. Oh my god!
See, at least Savior gets a bigger picture.
Savior, do you disagree with Kurt's take? Do you think the rebellion's better than the Empire?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, you plead the
Get him
fifth.
out.
Get him out.
I-
You plead the
I-
fifth
I-
here.
I-
You're going out.
Get it out.
We got
Real
rebels,
agrees to
go!
get him out. He says the Empire's the best.
Alrighty. We're gonna bring someone who
Empire.
actually I know thoroughly disagrees with the Empire. You
We're
know,
bringing Ava
Oh, I know who it is.
Oh, I know who
we've had
it is.
Bring it,
multiple
Ava, and Archie.
conversations.
Here she
Multiple
comes.
conversations about this.
in. Yeah, let's. Oh,
Mr.
it's
No!
Oh, wait, what?
No! Get out!
No way,
Get
get
him
out!
out!
the
No!
rebel skilling.
No! No!
I joined the stream and I hear the most unbelievable thing from Kurt. Empire is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I?
Yeah.
So what is your
These
take
are
then?
pretty
What is your
shitty
take
So-
then?
things, But
I understand rebels that do some bad things because they're fighting a pretty even corrupt government. not saying Republic wasn't as corrupt because senators are just annoying, but, and I've said this before, destroying planets, taking planets, being just completely rude for no reason at all, and taking every single resource in the galaxy without consent or without making deals, but instead of just killing the people, doesn't exactly really. For example, even though I know Visions isn't exactly.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh,
because the Republic did the same thing.
I'm talking about Rebels and Empire. I understand the Republic.
Yeah, but the Republic did the same thing.
What is the rebellion fighting for?
You know, to stop a person that killed 1,000 people and made a government that.
They're fighting to bring back the Republic.
Yeah, they're fighting to bring. Well, they say that they're fighting for hope, but
it's just to bring back the Republic.
It's really just to bring back the Republic, aka the New Republic, which is just the Empire with blue.
With the New Republic, I understand people are corrupt and are greedy as heck, but compared to the Empire, for example, Mandalorians just wanted the planet back. Oh, better yet, they surrendered. But you know what? Let's just shoot them and kill them on it anyway, even though we made a deal. So,
you know who else surrendered? Anakin Skywalker.
When?
You know who? In the last season of Clone Wars Season 7, Anakin Skywalker walks across a bridge, hands in the air.
I have come
to surrender. I surrender. I've come to surrender. You know what he didn't do? He didn't fucking surrender.
Were those people or were those droids? I can't remember.
Oh, so now you're saying droid lives don't matter?
Because obviously droids had no control. They were being controlled, so technically that shouldn't count as normal life. Now, if it was like a planet of droids and they actually had like their own conscience, maybe, but it wasn't that, and they were in the middle of a battle, and if that didn't work anyway,
We're gonna pause real quick right here. We're gonna pause real quick right here. Switch to some PBUs, you know. So I want to bring someone else to this conversation. So Xavier was just here. I'm gonna bring Xavier back if he wants to not plead the fifth. But
no pleading the fifth.
Let's listen to a man that's known as a city, Mr. Denver.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
So Denver,
now,
you're a Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah. I won't claim to be the most informed Star Wars guy. I'll be honest.
Empire vs. Rebellion, though. Who's better?
I gotta give it to the Empire, man. I love them.
Yes!
I love them.
You're outnumbered in this conversation.
I don't care. I'll fight to the end.
No, oh man, you gotta understand, right? The Empire built so much stuff, so much infrastructure, right? Like, yeah, it was built off the backs of some pretty bad stuff, but they built some incredible things, and then the rebels just blew it all to hell.
You know what else was built off of the backs of a bad regime? The Great Wall of China.
Yes.
Oh,
very true.
That's Star Wars?
No, but it's
there were a lot of things built off of horrible starter empires.
No, let's see if he actually wants to not take the plead the fifth.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe please the fifth again, kick him
out. Oh no!
Oh
no! It's all just Shane.
Everybody's gone.
You know, Kurt.
My back?
Oh.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Can I say one thing though for Rizzler's
going by.
about droids' lives don't matter? What about that Mandalorian episode, man? Remember when all the separatist battle droids worked for that one city? Do the droids' lives not matter now?
Because they were reprogrammed and they weren't enslaved like they were for the Separatist Alliance.
But didn't the droids feel like fear and stuff and have like a concept of their own deaths?
In the Clone Wars, they felt emotions.
So
they were fully conscious of their own ability to demise, and they had feelings and everything.
So you're telling me they could have just not followed any of the orders then? Did we see any of that? Was
Well,
that-
yeah, but at the same
Oh,
time, that's the
the
equivalent of the clones. The clones couldn't exactly say no either, but you'd say that their lives mattered.
Umbala
Kurt,
didn't count.
Can I argue a point after Kurt?
Kurt, I love you. I love you.
Okay,
We're gonna
but
take
yeah.
you out real quick.
Oh, okay.
Bye,
You
Kurt.
son
I'm a argue a point. I'm gonna argue a point before Savior before you talk and inevitably get kicked. Oh, I'm gonna argue a point. I'm gonna argue a point here. In
Gotta be
Rebels, there is an unreprogrammed crashed ship of droids.
Mm-hmm.
Do those droids' lives matter? Because they were led by by the second generation of tactical droids, which were known for killing sentient beings. So, do those droids' lives matter?
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you talking to me or to like questioning the Kurt?
I'm talking to
You.
anybody that wants to answer me.
You know, before we get into this, Savior. No pleading the fifth. Empire versus Rebellion. Who is better?
This determines a lot, Savior. You better answer this
The
question.
time now matters.
Savior, I'm staring right into your soul.
I'm
I can
staring
see
into
that.
your soul.
I don't like these men staring at me anyway.
Just look at me, Savior. You can't see me. Just focus on me, buddy.
Honestly, they have their moments each, so I don't.
But
really
which
know.
one?
I'm not convinced by each one. Like
All the
Okay.
movies make it set up so like that the rebellion is like so good and all that, but then if you think about it in detail, Empire also
Okay,
has like its own ways. But
I have a question for you. Would you rather have order and security or anarchy and stupidity?
And corruption.
Are you about
And
to say-
corruption.
Are you about to say the Empire gave order when they killed a lot of people? Took over planets?
The
Made,
Republic
like,
did the same thing and they called it
The
order.
Republic did the same exact thing.
Okay.
super
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. The Empire, if you think about it from the ordinary citizen, they brought peace, order, and security back to the galaxy. The Clone Wars had ended. They are figuratively the victors of the Clone Wars. They ended it all. They rebrought peace. They made a new currency, galactic standard wise, so everybody can use it throughout the systems. Made an entire new way of sense living. Helped, built. Now, even if you want to argue some of the claims, I know you're going to argue against me. The Empire brought order back to the galaxy. They made passed new laws. They brought people back into the fold. They literally brought order back to the galaxy. Now, if you want to say, "Oh, the Empire putting troops on planets against old separatist worlds and keeping regiments there and keeping people on," that's bad and that's not order. If we look at it, anytime a country has won a war, they usually keep their men and soldiers there until they know it's fine, that they can leave it and call it a day.
Prime example right here.
Why are we using
That.
that? Why do you
Prime
guys
example.
love using real life knowledge, real life situations? Like, if we want to go straight into this, Empire's Nazis. Go ahead.
What?
I'm going to say that. I'm going to
No. First order is about
say that. Yeah.
No, when George Lucas literally stated the Empire was the United States American Empire.
I
No,
mean,
was it?
George Lucas literally
actually-
stated
Yes,
that
he
he
did.
he
He
based
did.
off the rebellion and empire based off the Vietnam War.
Then why did they show a picture of Germany's area, and that's what that image was, with all the stormtroopers lined up, and that was the image based off that.
Yeah, because George Lucas also used references to kind of give that menacing effect. That
We've talked
he,
about how
he,
that-
he
It's
never
called-
he's
It's
never
called a parade.
Yeah, he's never physically also stated that he's never once stated the empire. If someone wants to correct me, like actually pull up a quote on me, he's never stated the empire is a bunch of Nazis.
Well, okay.
Unless,
then-
real quick. I'm gonna let John look it up, and I think Kurt has something he wants to say. Kurt.
Oh wait, hi. Oh, hello. I was making a Google PowerPoint.
Okay,
Well-
you keep working on that. You keep working on that, buddy. Okay, no, but in reality, George Lucas has said that he compared in an interview. He said the Empire and the Rebellion is based off the Vietnam War underdogs versus the big Empire tyrannical system. You know, not tyrannical system, the big imperial system. And that was the American Empire.
Shane, we're wrong.
No, I no. It's literally if you want to find the quote. If you want to find the quote,
I looked it up.
But George Lucas is also okay. Fine. If you want to compare the Nazis, then fine. You can do it then. But George Lucas has stated that the Empire was based off the Vietnam War.
God damn it! Why does Star Wars have to be about space
Okay, wait.
Nazis?
Hold on. I found a better quote. Okay, so it says, in some people's perspective, they see it as the Nazis. That's like what the first thing pops up. The other perspective says, like you said, they see it as the Vietnam War. So there's two different sides to what.
But the one that we're really going off of is the record of what George Lucas has stated.
So I'm gonna look that up.
Literally look up that interview.
So I know this doesn't really fit into the argument, but I think this is interesting, and it fits into the idea that it was based off of the Cold War, which the Vietnam War was a part of. But
Yes.
the reason TIE fighters fire green lasers and the X-wings fire red lasers is because NATO used red tracer rounds and the Soviet Union used green tracer rounds.
I'll also throw a point in here. During World War II, the German tracers were green. And everybody else's tracers were red.
Were they green?
I don't know if Germany used. I can't
No.
say for
Found that
sure with
interview,
that.
Shane,
I'll believe
you
I'm
it.
are
not gonna-
correct. George Lucas has stated that it is the Empire is the U.S.
Yes.
George
It's
Lucas
literally,
stated that.
literally. I'm literally encouraging everybody look up that interview, look up the quote. He stated it. He literally has stated that the Empire is based off the American Empire during the Cold War, and the rebels are based off the Vietnamese and the Vietnam War.
All right.
Literally unquote stated that. Now, he also it is a movie. You're allowed to take your own opinion and apply your own opinion. So yes, you can make the argument that the Empire is based off the Nazis.
That's what it says when you first look it up. But if you
You
actually
can look up that
interview.
perspective.
Honestly, I think the Empire, if anything, is just the U.S. government, but a little bit more like woke. They blow up planets and shit.
No, if you want to think of that, the Empire is literally if the U.S. actually went into a full military dictatorship.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
but
That's
I guess like that is like true. If we're on like the same topic as comparing like real life to the Empire, what like even though like the Empire obviously has its own methods, which I don't really like sometimes, they really aren't that much different than like normal U.S. government. Like, you know,
I mean,
you can't just
look
have
at it.
everyone running around and shit.
Look at it this way, right? You can't forge good steel without a bit of fire.
Exactly. That has to be the corniest thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
Can I
I was
just
dying
can I
to
just
say
like
it, too.
throw a point in here?
Go for it.
Okay.
Throne.
This.
Oh, he's sharing his screen. He's sharing his little screen.
This.
That is
This.
That's the order, though.
This remind you of anything?
that reminds me of something.
Burning.
Alrighty.
The one thing I want to say though is, what was the chaos that they had to rebuild the order?
Wait, are you asking what the chaos was to rebuild to have the first order?
Who started the chaos?
What? What's the question?
Huh?
Who started the chaos, such as the clone and separatist war, that made it so hectic for?
Are you really wanting to bring Palpatine into this conversation now?
Okay, I'm just gonna let Shane go off.
Are you?
Yeah,
are you?
I-
Are
y'all
you
know-
really wanting to do this? You really
Not
want to
even,
go?
not
You
even,
know,
touch-
you know,
not
Savior,
even,
know-
I'm gonna just
Y'all
say
know
my-
that
Cubby hole.
Shane is like the Palpatine expert, so like
Yeah, I know.
hey, Savior. I'm gonna sideline you real quick because I know you're on my side.
I also am.
Nope. You know, John, you want me to sideline you?
I
I'll
just know
gladly
that there are
sideline you.
more. Like, I'm going to go be just like
Sure.
them with it. I'm not the most knowledgeable person about this, but I know for a
Dance
fact
with me.
that there is
Dance with
hard. That there is hard. There are better explanations on YouTube to explain before
Dance.
you start going off
Dance
about
with me.
Palpatine.
Please
Dance with
sideline.
me.
Please
Dance.
sideline me.
Dance with me.
Palpatine mode. I will no.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Oh,
I have
no.
Kurt. I have dance with me. Dance with me. Come on. Start feeding me. Come on. Let's fight.
No,
what?
no, Rinsler,
I'll
don't.
dance with you.
You went down this rabbit hole. Well,
Okay.
Tell me good stuff. You know. Tell me some good stuff.
Why did Palpatine start the Clone War?
To gain power.
To kill children? Man, that's crazy.
To literally end the Jedi Order.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh wow,
Why?
the Jedi Order was so perfect.
I'm not saying they were perfect, but man, that's crazy. How many clone trooper lives died? How many planets were at war? How many people died, civilian casualties? How many just homes and families were refugeed? Let's think. He manipulated perfectly the Republic, but the Republic was pretty dumb. But let's think. He then ordered all the troops that were made to kill the people they were fighting with, such as their friends, and then they killed children. And then let's go off about him being a ruthless son of a gun, taking over planets, and then killing more people for resources.
It's like you're talking about the Jedi Order for a second. I'm a little confused. Can you give me
Order?
names?
Was the
Give me some
Jedi
names.
Order the one that did that, though?
Oh,
So-
real quick.
Can I
Did
say
the Jedi Order not basically act as the police force of the galaxy, enforce their will on other people, kidnap a bunch of children, made them into a bunch of slaves, basically in the end, serving an order? Basically got a bunch of people killed half the time. You know, basically said they were fighting for peace while fighting for war. You know,
Was there war?
there literally was war.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Oh, please, Ava.
It may not be what you expect, but yes, Palpatine did. He wait. He orchestrated.
Love
this.
that.
He did. He orchestrated basically everything. But at the same time, he also showed the galaxy how bad the Jedi kind of were. Like, they did manipulate everything, which was horrible and bad, but also the Jedi didn't exactly help either.
It's almost like Palpatine helped fulfill the prophecy of the Chosen One.
Everything
Chosen
he
One a
did
Jedi?
after, like, the war ended, like, making the clones, like, kill their friends and everything. That's just no. But everything else before that, I can't entirely be angry because what's it called? Like, as is shown with Dooku, like when he was like a young a guy, like in a Jedi, things were bad. Like even before Palpatine started to do like all his shit. So yes, Palpatine was the mastermind. He did a lot of fucked up things, but he also showed the galaxy to what the Jedi actually kind of were, and also the Jedi, like, they didn't even help. So I can't exactly be mad here.
Did the Jedi not help on Ryloth?
Oh no, they did.
And was it the Separatists that captured, enslaved, and nearly killed a lot of the Twi'leks?
Yeah, but when
Yes.
we're talking about, you're talking about like single individuals of the Jedi Order, where the Jedi Order was technically morally already a flawed system at this point.
I'm not saying that they were perfect. Like, I'm not saying that they were great. I'm just saying, for someone to get into power, he had to do a lot of killing for him to do that. he had to
Literally anyone going into power.
Shane, if you want, you can sideline me in for Chief because I think Chief has something to say about that.
If I could butt in for just a moment, I'm not
Go ahead,
entirely 100% sure on how the Clone Wars started, but from my understanding, you had a bunch of planets that wanted to kind of rule and govern themselves and didn't really want to be a part of the Republic. Now, did Palpatine orchestrate that, or did he just hijack the war?
Palpatine. Okay, here's
I'm gonna
exactly what Palpatine
I'm gonna
did.
let Shane go with this.
Here's exactly what Palpatine did. Okay, you got Dooku on his side, and he basically let Dooku have the reins with basically helping control the Separatist alliance. Basically, Dooku was the talker to help get the Separatist planets kind of on board with this. Basically, the Separatist planets. It's kind of like Denver. How do you think this? It's kind of like the Revolutionary War. Many of the Separatist planets felt like they lost representation in the Senate, and they wanted to break away and govern themselves. Palpatine basically helped or basically controlled events in the war. He didn't control like all the minor shit. He controlled certain battles, who needed to win that battle, who needed to lose that battle. He basically was playing chess against himself when it came to major events. For example, the Battle of Coruscant. All him. You know.
But what about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
I couldn't help it. It was right there.
I mean, yeah, like this right there. Again, like there were a lot of not great moments.
To get
Yeah.
back to your point about Ryloth, the Jedi fucking failed Ryloth
Oh, they did.
True.
I have
multiple times.
I have something for us to see, gentlemen.
Oh.
Multiple times. What do you think the entire premise of Keeley's company was? Oh my god.
Literally made a slideshow presentation.
Oh no.
To be honest, for people
I-
so about peace, they've warmongered like nothing
You want me
else.
to read it
Oh.
off, Shane?
I'm so down.
Absolutely, Kurt. This is the
I'm so
slideshow
down.
presentation.
Didn't the Jedi?
So, while all this was happening, I made a slideshow. The First Galactic Empire by me, Magic Man Kurt. The good, order, currency, protection, no war, fed people, gave jobs, organized. Everything was like so perfect for that. The bad, murder, Jedi purge, slavery. However, who else did that?
The bad.
The
The Republic and the Jedi.
The Jedi also did a purge. They hunted down any sign of Sith stuff, even when it's far to collect Sith artifacts to keep safe in a vault. They also false surrendered. They also, technically, 2 occasions here I can think of that they did a false surrender. Obi-Wan Kenobi doing his negotiations, quote unquote,
Oh yeah.
and Anakin on the bridge. They also murdered people, indirectly here, albeit, by attacking separatist planets, flagships, and ultimately led to people dying. Right?
Can I throw a point in here?
Be my guess.
During the Mandalore arc in season 3, I think it is in Clone Wars, Anakin just straight up murders the senator from Mandalore.
Yeah,
Straight up just stabs him
Real quick.
at cold blood. I don't care that he had a dead man switch in his hand. He just straight up murdered him.
Kurt, take it away.
Who else is behind it? Big man pounce, right? But why? That's the real question. The Jedi. They killed many Sith and forced the banishment of another religion that they didn't agree with, the Sith, and they brainwashed kids to think feelings were wrong. In conclusion,
Yeah.
have a good day.
Beautiful.
And in
Absolutely.
retrospect, the murder of children could have been viewed as a mercy killing. They were
Well,
brainwashed by a sick cult.
You know what? This conversation is just too much fun. The Empire vs. Rebellion. We've all heard amazing opinions today. We really have. We really have. You know, and I had sadly sidelined a couple people, but we're going to get back onto a track here. Okay.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Heck yeah, Kurt.
Dude, we're gonna get back a little bit back on track here, because just simple lore, I don't know if we should.
Use your words, buddy.
Hang on,
What are we
let me
talking
find my
about?
Bible.
That's some stuff, Kurt. Jesus
Hang on,
Christ.
let me find my Bible. Hold up.
Okay.
I never thought I would agree with a Kurt and Shane that the Empire was good. I never thought I would, but I can't argue with their
I don't think
logic.
my camera's working.
I literally pointed out Ava that the Empire. I really pointed out to Ava that the Empire is actually one of the best things that happened for the galaxy, and there's reasons why.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I
Another
agree.
one joins the cause. Yes.
We will have full on debates about this, and I'm like, oh no, he's right. Wait a minute, the logic's
Mhm.
making sense in my brain.
Okay.
The only thing I'll say this. The only thing that the Empire didn't really have a good control on was the Outer Rim.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. But that was because they were still trying to get forces when they went into the Outer Rim. They spread their forces way too thin. Militarily, that was a disaster. But then again, they did conquer most of the Outer Rim. So it's a handoff. It's a handoff.
Here's what we're talking about now. Big
Oh, no.
exciting stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, the spin.
And I'm really different people take different opinions, different takes. We're gonna be fundamentally kicking people out, bringing people back in. Now this is like literally we're gonna play bullseye. Whatever one that people like those to talk about right now, we'll talk about it. Star Wars what ifs. Start shooting your shots right now.
Darth Crate show.
It's Star Wars what ifs.
What if Darth? Okay, sorry.
Not sure
What if Darth Crate's rule of the Sith Empire had came to full fruition?
Okay, whoever's people that are on the silent vein, John and Xavier, post your shit in the chat as well. Keep throwing spitballs, people.
So to
What
explain,
Darth Plagueis lived.
so
Place lived.
a little bit of lore before we go into this. Darth Crate. Wow. Okay, hang on, because I need to explain it, because not everybody knows who Darth Crate is. Darth Crate.
You don't know your web's gonna win.
Okay. Pause. I just want to get into lore a little bit. You did say that this is a lore episode, Shane. So
Okay,
we're
fine.
getting into
Go
lore.
talk about some Darth
So-
Vader.
So, during the Clone Wars, actually, there was a Jedi by the name of Asherad Het. He was a Tusken Raider. He was found, I forget by which Jedi, but he was brought into the Jedi Order and allowed to keep his Tusken mask on while he was doing his training. Eventually, he was introduced to Anakin Skywalker because they were both about the same age when Anakin entered the Order. He went through his training, got through everything like that, got knighted. Then eventually, I forget for what reasons, he was exiled from the Jedi Order, forced back to Tatooine with his Tusken Raider buddies. Then Obi-Wan Kenobi, after the fall of the Republic, went back to find Asherad Het, and he found him with his group of Tusken buddies. The story goes that Obi-Wan beat Asherad in a lightsaber duel. Asherad got unmasked, so I'm getting there. Asherad got unmasked in this duel, so he was then exiled again from the Tusken boys, and then he found the Sith. He found the Sith Order and was like, "Oh, this is cool. I'll do this now." So, with him being the only Sith at that time, he was like, "Oh, I'll just reinstitute the rule of a shit ton of Siths." So, after the Empire, theoretically in between the times of First Order and fall of the Empire, there was a crap ton of Siths running around. This is all in Legend, by the way. I have a picture of Darth Krayt, but I won't get there. But yeah, that's Darth Krayt.
Okay,
He's really cool.
With the Darth Krayt what if, we have the Darth Plagueis what if, Riddler.
What up?
What if would you like to discuss?
What if Fives didn't die?
Okay, Denver.
I feel like this one is a bit obvious and probably done to death, but I wouldn't know. I've never heard of it. What if Vader killed Palpatine and became Emperor?
What time period are you talking about?
All right.
Real quick, what time period are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Like, are you talking about at the end of Revenge of the Sith? He had like basically killed Palpatine in the room. You talking about like at the end of Episode 6, in the middle of the Imperial reign.
Like when the Empire was kind of at the height of its power. What if he took over as the Emperor?
So
Killed Palpatine.
is that Rogue One done?
Pre A New Hope.
Pre A New Hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Kurt.
I actually like this one better.
All right. This one might get a little spicy, right?
Okay.
What if the roles were reversed and the Jedi Order was the one in hiding while the Sith had the full power? So instead of a Jedi Order-led
okay.
republic, a Sith-led republic. I'm talking no rule of two. I'm talking like an entire Sith order.
So like Sith Empire.
Yeah,
style.
like in Old Republic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove two people to get these two people's opinions now. Okay.
My God,
John.
Yes.
Your what if take if you wanted to talk about one.
You muted yourself.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Alrighty, he's going right back out.
What?
Save your
Damn.
what if take.
What? Huh?
What if you had to discuss about a what if? What would you be?
About like a what if and
Yeah.
All right. Ah, shit. Like if there was a what if the Empire didn't blow up Alderaan?
Okay.
No, I didn't really prepare for it much.
No. That's all right. Ava, do you have a what if?
I had a good one. What if Darth Vader found Leia, like when she was still like a baby, and he kept her and trained her.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
We got some spicy hot takes today, people.
Because I feel like he would be able to sense his child, and since like Leia is basically she is
Hear
so
me out
much
though.
like him. Yeah.
Hear me out though. I feel like if that was to happen, we'd have a very similar story to Force Unleashed.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have a better one than what I said.
Okay.
It's kind of simple, but what if Mace Windu convinced Anakin to let him kill Palpatine?
Okay.
I'll give you the rank of master if you let me kill him.
I'm gonna dive into that one. I think the only way that could have happened was if Mace Windu had trained Anakin instead of Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's like
True
that's
that.
that we got.
Yeah, because all Anakin has with them is just an angry bald man.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of videos actually explaining that
Motherfucker.
theory.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos explaining that theory. I know Star Wars Theory has like two of them out on YouTube, and I think another YouTuber has one as well, one or two as well. I don't know. Shane's not really here, so I'm kind of like.
Shane, get your
There we
bottom.
go! Yay!
Yeah.
Don't have to be awkward anymore.
I was about to say, get your bottom
so
bitch
we're gonna
ass.
do a voting
moved.
system, and I already know which what if's gonna win, in my opinion. So we have Kurt's what if, the roles are reversed, and Denver's what if of
He
If-
already
if
forgot
Vader-
it.
If Vader had to kill Palpatine. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Chief Stupid What If.
Yeah. just don't pay
The Great
attention.
What If. We have the
I have
Plagueis
a-
What If. And we have the Fives What If.
I actually have another what if I might change to. What if Mandalore sided with the Republic from the very beginning?
Okay. Okay. So real quick, raise your hand if you want to dive into Rinzler's What If. Which What If do you want to go with?
Wait, the which one? Like, was his one?
The Fives What If.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay. Real quick. So.
Okay. I will be quick. You can bring him back if you want, but I will be quick with this one. My what if take is what if Padme actually sided with Anakin and actually joined him to be a part of the Empire and he took down Palpatine?
I like that one.
Okay, so we have two basically same what ifs, just different time periods and different takes. Alrighty. So we have the Vader what if. Vader takes over. Fives what if. The roles reversed what if. The crate what if. The Plagueis what if. Which one do we want to do?
Roles if the roles were reversed.
Roles
Kurtz.
were reversed.
I like the roles were reversed.
Two roles reversed.
Roles reversed.
Okay. Kurt, this is your what if. You're gonna take it away, Kurt.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't expect that, but okay. Oh my God, people are. Oh, everyone's moving everywhere. Oh boy. Okay.
There we are.
Well, so this is at least what I was thinking. Yeah. Like, as we know, the whole reason everything started with Anakin and all that was on Tatooine. So let's just say for shits and giggles, that's where it starts. Yeah? We'll say Plagueis is there, Palpatine's there, and Maul is there. Maul would most likely be like the attack dog of them, with his apprenticeship under big man Palpatine here, right? So, how I think this all would start off would be they would sense a disturbance, really. Someone who could change the fabric of the Force as they know it right now. Remnants of Jedi still scattered around, right? Remnants of Jedi scattered around the galaxy, and they know that they're out there, but know that they can't get them. Much like how some of the Inquisitors struggled to find Jedi in the Great Jedi Purge. But they sent someone who could change the tide in everything. A young slave boy named Anakin Skywalker. So, then we get a race, right? Because somewhere else in the galaxy, someone else senses the same disturbance. Qui-Gon Jinn senses that this young man could be the key factor to switching the tides, right? So, where they go with this then would be a race to Tatooine to see who can get to Anakin first, which I would believe would be Maul for two reasons, right? The Jedi have to hide, they have to duck, they have to sneak around every little corner, much like we see in that fan film of Maul training where the Jedi accidentally found him and he killed all of them. That's one of my favorite fan films. I don't remember who did it, otherwise I'd shout them out. But and the second reason, the Empire has all the tech. They can fly to wherever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want. So obviously, I think Maul would get there faster. We wouldn't get the pod race, because if anything, Maul probably would just straight up kill Watto, and probably Anakin's mom, right in front of him. Because here's the thing. Yo.
That YouTube channel for that film, it is T7 Pro.
All right, yeah. Shout out to them, because
T7
that was
Pro.
really well done. Thank you for that, Johnny. But like that's one of my favorite fan films that was made out there. I've been watching a lot of Zelda animations recently. Well, I think what would happen would end up being that Maul, like, it'd be a toss in the air if he. Well, not really. Actually, I take that back. I think Maul would genuinely kill Shimmy right in front of Anakin to get him to fuel his anger and hatred. Because it'd be like, oh, hey, cool. Anakin's mom.
No, it's Shmi, not Shimmy.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was Shimmy. This entire I'm a fucking dumbass. Anyways, I hate myself.
I'm sorry. No. You're fine. You're fine.
I thought it was Shimmy this whole time.
It caught me off guard. I was like,
Okay.
Anyways,
So-
back to my point. I think it would end up with Maul getting there before Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. And with the force that Maul could possibly have backing him, I think that'd be the end for Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan there. Possibly. Because, like, in this type of thing, there would be Sith warriors coming with Maul to get something of this magnitude. Like, because we already know Plagueis knew about Anakin, because that was confirmed. And, like, he went and tried to see him and all that.
Real quick, in this what if, who's meddling with the Force to create the Chosen One?
Honestly, that's where I'm going to throw a screwball here, right?
Screwball.
The father.
screwball.
Hey,
Screwball.
Chief, he's throwing a wrench into it.
I
Throw a
know.
little wrench into it, yeah.
It's my favorite saying of all time.
I'm going to say the father.
Oh.
Like we see in the Clone Wars, the father.
Oh,
The in-between. Everything's all out of whack. Right?
okay.
It makes sense to
like
bring in some, like, a being of immense power that could go either way to fix the way the galaxy is.
And typically, that's what the Chosen One is.
Exactly. So,
I like
Maul
it.
goes to get Anakin, right? Possibly encounters Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan there. On the way out, I think Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are dead. Right? I think they could probably put up a good fight, but I think they're going down fighting, in my honest opinion here. Because,
I got something.
yo,
I feel like though that like just like how Obi-Wan defeated him the first time, he would still defeat Maul, but Anakin would still get captured if we did it.
yeah,
that
but
way.
here's the thing, though. I stated with Sith warriors.
Yes, but we remember if you're taking the reverse roles, if the Sith Order is going to act a little bit like the Jedi Order, they would just send two guys.
True.
Well. Okay.
I'll give you that.
On top of that, I don't know if Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon would go into confrontation. They'd
Yeah,
probably
true
do
that,
like you said
yeah.
earlier and just sit back and hide and wait to see how things play out and how they could affect
True.
future events.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah.
And honest, I see this. I kind of see. I don't want to skip ahead of you if this is where you're going, but I imagine it would be in the same way that Palpatine kind of twists Anakin to the dark side. This is leading to like, say, Qui-Gon or someone of that stature twisting Anakin to the lights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what if even that?
But-
Here's the thing. You're still in your reverse roles. Dooku would still be a Jedi. He wouldn't be a Sith.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
That as well.
So,
Hey, in
so
the
yeah,
same
instead
manner
of it
that
being Obi-Wan, it'd
Palpatine,
be Dooku and Qui-Gon.
yeah, and in the same manner that Palpatine was twisting events as a Sith, there could be a Jedi in the works of the Republic twisting events.
Yeah.
True.
But quick
But
question.
that's where I
then.
threw the screwball of the father, though, which that's
I
going
get
to
you.
play an important role.
Yeah.
All right, I'm listening.
Quick thing. So
Yo.
if Count Dooku still is a Jedi and then like Qui-Gon and them are there, do you think what will happen is if like how Anakin turned to the dark side with Palpatine convincing him that was the only way he could save Padme, do you think in this case then Anakin would go to the light and stay to the light, or do you think he would go to the light and then go back to the dark just like he did as Vader, where he went from dark to light at the end
I
of his
think-
final moments?
I think it would be dark to light to dark. And here's why. What the
Savior?
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 I didn't know we were on a sitcom. Jeez. But
We are.
But where I'm going with this is, right, like, long story short, I guess, to kind of sum this up, right? As we know, Maul hated Palpatine. He didn't really like him all that much for all the stuff that he made him do. He made him kill his friends, his lover. He made him leave his mother. Like, I'm talking like a little bit of legend stuff here too. But like, this is what I think would happen. Do a little time skip, yeah? Anakin's a young adult, still learning under Darth Maul. Yeah, thank you. And like, I think at this point Maul would have his little plan, right? He'd have a plan set in motion, right? A way to defeat Palpatine, to get an immense sense of dark power. Enter the rumor of the father, brother, and daughter.
Dun dun
Or
dun.
sister, right? You know what I mean. I'm mixing up my words.
No, it's
Well,
father,
anyways.
son, daughter.
No, it's
Oh,
good.
yeah, okay.
Father, daughter,
Yeah.
son. Let's go.
Yeah. So, obviously, where there's a father, there's bound to be a mother.
No, don't bring Abeloth.
Bring
No,
Abeloth.
hear me out here, though, right? I'm not going to bring Abeloth fully into this. But with all the Sith stuff that Anakin's been through, right? Obviously, we know that the dark side isn't a kind path, right? Like, it can be for most, but for many, it is not. And that is when they go there to try and figure out what is happening, like, to get that power to beat Palpatine and take over and have his own galaxy. I think, much like how Anakin did what he did in the Clone Wars, I think we would have a similar encounter here. Instead of it to be saving Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, I think it would be in a bit of rage, and here's why. Upon arriving there, right, the father could sense, because this is like an all-powerful being we're talking about here, the father would sense that Maul and Anakin were there for no good reason at all, right? So, in an attempt to stop this all from happening, I don't know why they're hiding.
They're
But-
dead, bro.
Well, okay. Then. Anyways, in the
You
I
guys
guess-
okay?
I didn't actually fall. I purposely got out of the chair.
Oh, okay. All right, continue, Kurt.
So, what I'm thinking here is, fuck, I'm trying to get back on my train of thought.
Get the fuck
That the father would try and put a stop to Maul and Anakin here and there, knowing that if they did get in power, that would be ultimate destruction for the galaxy. Realizing what he did might have hurt everyone else, and himself included. Well, not wanting to give up hope on Anakin, he puts someone in front of him. The daughter.
Holy
The
shit.
daughter talks to Anakin. Like, they did that whole thing where, they go, they swap around, and Shane, no, I'm not talking about God Rod over there. So, that's a D&D reference for a few people in here that gets that.
Yep.
So, what I'm thinking would happen is, much how, they separated them before, I think it'd be the daughter separated with Anakin. And the daughter would show Anakin a life.
I hope you
A
drop those
life
donuts.
that we've already seen. A life where he
Now
might
that's
even
just
drop
delicious.
donuts. We don't know. I think the life that the daughter would show Anakin would be the normal Star Wars timeline that we have today. To see that not all hope is gone. Yes, he loved his mother. He had friends there. This man came and took it all away from him. But seeing this, he would learn that there's still an aspect of light inside of him. Enter where he leaves the Sith.
Johnny.
However, how would Maul feel about this? Right? I think Maul would not stop him. I think Maul would kind of. I feel like he'd be like one of those like unstrict parents. You know what I mean? I feel like
just- that
Maul would
lets
be
you
the type
out
of guy to be like,
past
if
it.
this is what you need to do, you go do you, boo. You know what I mean?
Boo.
Like, because we definitely see that kind of side of him in Clone Wars. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like we see that side of him where it's like, you know what, this is what has to be done. Like, despite all the blind rage toward Obi-Wan, he has like his whole thing where like he's actually a smart guy.
Yeah,
And
don't they
knowing
show that
Maul-
in Rebels too, with like him
Yeah.
and Ezra?
Like they show him that, and obviously, this is where a plan would come in, and I'll let John go from there.
All right, I have a few points that I just wanted to point out that I just realized. I just realized another one. So you know how you were saying Anakin's to the dark side, he separates from Maul, and then he goes to the light, right? Does that still mean that there's a few things that I realized that will not be in the timeline then? So Anakin won't be the master of Ahsoka. That would probably fall to Obi-Wan.
I was going to get to that.
Savage Opress never meets Maul.
Nope.
Padme and Anakin never fall in love.
Nope.
Or is that in the story? Or is that later on in the story?
It's not. It's not.
It's not in the story at all?
How about
No,
this?
where I was going to a completely different route. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Oh no.
How about this, everybody?
I'm almost done here. Trust me. Right?
All right, I'm
So-
interested to hear this out.
All right. I'm almost done here. Trust me here. We go on an entire like a 5-year time skip, right? Anakin becomes a bit older. Fuck you guys. What the hell? Anyways, Anakin becomes older, goes on his travels to learn the ways of the light side of the Force, right? Much like how he would end up developing a mindset of it like Qui-Gon did. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Insert a young Ventress.
Ventress.
Master
Wait a-
killed. Right? Anakin goes to this planet, sees this happen, tries to console the young Ventress. What the hell? Anyways, tries to console this young Jedi Padawan, takes her under his wing instead of Ahsoka Tano. He would take Asajj Ventress under his wing instead of Ahsoka Tano throughout his journeys there. And with time, he would start to... Yeah. I'm saying, like, on his journeys, he ends up finding this planet with Ventress on it, basically. Not like they just go straight there. I feel like if he saw this, he'd be like, okay, this person just had a parental type figure ripped away from them like I did.
Okay.
And to try and help them down a path... Bitch, let me finish. To try and kind of help Ventress, right? You know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. To help Ventress kind of go on that path. I'm almost done. Trust me.
Jen, you better see your
Him and
DM.
Ventress go on their journey, right? They go on their journey. And who do they find a few years later?
Your mom.
Maul.
No, who else?
G. But anyways, they find Maul. But where do they find Maul?
At your mama's house.
Back to where this all started. Tatooine. Anakin goes to Tatooine to...
Go, continue.
Okay. Anakin would go to Tatooine. Okay. Anakin goes to Tatooine to kind of like help give Ventress a better idea, because this Ventress would be struggling to like see any type of light left in like light side of the Force, right? Like think of it like edgy teen, yeah.
Mhm.
Trying to get that in Justin.
Like no, this would be more of okay. So in this timeline, this would be more of like an Anakin Ahsoka type relationship between Anakin and Ventress. Kind of like a brotherly bond that they would share. Like a sibling bond, I should say. And with that, did someone just say Alabama? No, fuck it.
no.
Anyways,
I just
So
wanna
what did you do?
y'all two
Hey,
grown,
Kurt.
grown men just fucking falling
I'm about
down
there.
the
I'm about there. So,
shit, it's Cyclops.
Anakin talks to Ventress saying, "Hey, this is where my master killed my mom, right?"
I knew he was trying to get that in Jesse.
Oh my god. But in doing
I never
so,
want to hear that again.
in revisiting that place, Anakin hears a voice in the back. This is around probably the time of like A New Hope, right? Palpatine's still in control. Still all of that. Everything still as it was. Nothing big has really changed. Except for the fact that Maul was waiting for Anakin the entire time. With this in mind, Maul approaches them, notices that Ventress was a Dathomirian, and was like, okay, I want to help you both. In this scenario, Maul is playing the role as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What? So is Kenobi
talks
going
to
to
them,
come out and
asking-
say, Maul?
No.
Ah!
In this universe, they really couldn't do much about everything that's happening. Like, I feel like Anakin would end up meeting Maul. They'd be like, hey, what's the dealio? Like, how you feeling? What's going on? Right? I think, in this sense, this is when Anakin would become kind of a dark Jedi. Like we see in the Ahsoka trailers, yeah? He's not like a full-on, like, Sith, but he's also not a full-on Jedi. You know what I mean?
Great
Like-
Jedi.
Oh,
I'm not saying a gray Jedi. I'm saying a
Kurt.
dark Jedi.
Curry,
What?
I love you so much, but now
Yeah.
I'm 17 minutes over.
Can I?
Oh
Can
my
I? Can I?
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
no.
Can I? I do. I
Long
do
story-
want to. I
We
do
love
want to
you so
say
much, dude.
there's. I love the story Kurt kind of told here, but there's only one part where I think I would deviate, and that's the part where Anakin leaves Maul and Maul just allows it. I don't think that would happen personally, because as the story built up earlier, we know that Maul doesn't like Palpatine, and from what you were talking, Maul would like to murder
That's where I
Palpatine and
was
take
about
his
to get
place,
to.
right? But it gave me, like, him leaving Darth Maul gave me massive Berserk vibes, like when Guts left Griffith, right? Because I see Maul, because Maul doesn't have all that character development he had when he was like kind of sane and did that stuff with Obi-Wan. So he's still kind of filled with like all this rage, and all he wants is like to kill Palpatine and all that and kind of take his place. And so Anakin leaving him, he would almost view that as a betrayal. You know, like, I've trained you, I've took you under my wing, and now you're leaving me. So I feel like they would
But this
fight.
is
And
where-
whether or not he kills Darth Maul, I don't know about that.
He goes
Maybe
like
he'd
this.
spare Darth Maul after that encounter with the light side. Perhaps after beating Darth Maul, he spares him. Maybe grievously wounds him, kind of like Obi-Wan did,
See,
and then just kind of
that's where
leaves
I
him.
was getting with this, though, right?
And
Maul's
then
a
everything else you
genius.
said kind of
He's a
plays out.
smart man.
Boys.
Shane, it's okay. It can be slightly longer. We can have a slightly longer episode.
I am the host.
No,
I
I
have
would
a
say
slightly
Kurt
longer
is it.
episode.
You're
Okay.
a little outnumbered, Shane. I agree
As-
with Kurt
as soon
here.
as you, as
Oh,
We
soon
can have a
as you
slightly
invited,
longer
as soon as you,
I have power though.
I didn't even
Yeah,
do
but-
nothing.
We the people. Anyway,
Shane, I have
we
your
the
love.
I was about to get to the end of my point here.
Of the Star Wars universe.
I was about to get to the end of my what if, right? Maul gets back, sees Anakin, talks to Anakin. long story short, Anakin's like, hey, you know, the galaxy's kind of in a not like the best place, but also not a bad place. Like not a bad place either. It's like the in between, right? He agrees with Maul that something needs to be done about Palpatine, right?
No, that's some
That
Star
they have the
Wars
power.
shit.
Yeah, that they have the power to take out Palpatine, right? Uh-oh.
Shane's already triggered.
Hello.
You're there, bud.
Oh, I know.
Everyone's in.
camera froze
Kids
for me.
in.
Anyways,
You're
I'll
so
just finish
old.
up where I was
You're
going
so
with this.
old, Kurt.
No, like everyone's camera froze for me, so I was like, oh, But anyways, where I was going with this, with I think Maul, Anakin, that is trained in both sides of this, right? And a young Ventress that was trained by Anakin here could possibly stand a chance against Palpatine. And here's why.
Are we gonna get
Palpatine,
another power
yes, I'll give you this, Shane. I love you. I love you, Shane.
I don't believe
But
you.
this is, yes, Palpatine could easily take them on, right? But here's the thing. The Sith often backstab each other.
Gremlin mode.
At the end of the day, this wasn't Maul's plan.
Camera's turning with him.
This was Plagueis' plan. At the end of the day, this wasn't just Maul's. This was Plagueis' plan.
Oh. That's like some reverse
Because power.
reverse trap card.
Mm-hmm.
Would Plagueis not have been dead in order for Palpatine to take power, though?
Why?
Yeah.
Probably not, no, because this is a reverse world where, like, the rule of two didn't exist.
Oh.
Okay.
Shane, are you all right?
That's what I said in the start of it all. Yeah.
The idea behind that was just, I thought if the whole idea was, you know, Maul wants to murder Palpatine for his position, I assume the similar happened with Palpatine.
Long story short, it ends up kind of in a similar way to, like, the normal story. But instead of it going from,
Oh,
like,
geez, John.
dark, like, and from light to dark to
Men
light again,
falling off chairs.
it'd be, like, dark, light, dark. In this sense.
I do think the idea of Anakin fighting Maul when he wants to leave him, and then that mercy that Anakin would show him, and then that
Yeah.
being would change his Maul. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Are you all kids done?
But yeah,
Okay.
says the kid. But yeah,
Okay.
I think it would end with Anakin
I'm
and
the
Maul
kid here.
sitting on the
I
throne.
like that. I like that. So at the end of the podcast now.
Yeah, that's the end of it. I think it would
Okay,
be
so-
Anakin Maul.
We're
Galaxy
going to
power.
continue this into next week, and we're going to do this. This was like a last minute type thing where we just did this and had fun with this. We're going to have a lot more time preparation for next week to do something like this and like figuratively add people in like time positions. Okay. For now, though, I love you all.
Do a different one.
I'm so
Okay.
glad my
Thank you
first
for-
appearance was based off a 9/11 joke.
Oh, God. Not
What the
again.
hell?
Not referencing this.
Man,
That is
what
one
do
of
you
the-
got
I'm never
I-
letting you live that down.
Okay,
Kurt.
real quick. I love you all. I'm your host, Shane Sherman, also known as the King Faye.
Yes.
All of our links are down. All of our links are down in the description that have our Discord links, the Sundair broadcast, and Star Wars Unity, along with Chief's link tree, filling everything in there. We had a shit ton of people here. You know,
And
my-
you can be in it too.
my co-host John,
Hello.
my co-host John, that's gonna be to my left over here. Chief Stan had to go away, but John, this is John. John, take it away for yourself.
All right, so you can find me on TikTok at jb.sws, and you can find me in Shane server, and I am now officially an overseer for events, so you can easily find me in that section, and that's about it. And I'm out.
And then we had 4 special guests here: Denver, Savior, Ava, and Kurt. All of you can say goodbye now if you want to.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Go fuck yourselves.
Bye bye.
Hey, be nice.
We
Anyways,
love you. We love
thank-
you.
my name's Magic Man
Whoever
Kurt.
is
You could
watching.
find me in the same server and here on YouTube at Magic Man VA.
Yeah.
That's
All these guys
I
are
got,
in
yeah.
the servers. All these guys are
Yeah.
all of our servers. So if you like this chaos, because this is literally what VCs are like half the time, please join the servers. Hope to see
Yeah.
you out there. Have a great rest of your day. We're going to definitely continue this in the next week. More lore and Star Wars news next week's
Yeah.
episode. Enjoy. See
Get
you
that
all
like
later.
button if
Take-
Shane's a bottom.
Hit that like and subscribe.
Can we get 500 likes?
Right.
I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.